guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are making something I've never had before, but I think it's gonna turn out really good. I was just scrolling through YouTube, you know, I said I would make chicken and broccoli today, but I was like, I don't just want chicken and broccoli. Like, that's so boring, so plain. So I decided to look at the ingredients that I had. You know, I have chicken, broccoli. I found some chicken broth in my cabinet, you know, and I also had, you know, the broccoli. But, you know, I have some mozzarella cheese, I have some Parmesan, and things like that. And I'm like, Tommy, what can you make? And it's supposed to be keto, because y'all know I'm doing a keto diet. I haven't been really good about it at the moment. But I did lose 5 pounds so far. I have my pan here, and I'm cutting up my chicken. Oh, we're also going to be using my new air fryer. I've used it a couple times as well. But I'm going to cut my chicken up and season it. And then I'm gonna put that into my air fryer. So let's look over here. Here's my chicken that I'm cutting up. You can definitely cut it up later, but I just wanted to go ahead and eliminate a step. So I'm slicing the chicken. I'm not a chef, okay? So I have all this cut up. Get a little oil on there. So I feel like I have this all seasoned. I'm gonna wash my hands and prepare my air. This is my air fryer. It's from Bagat or Bagate, I don't know. I got it on Amazon. I used it a couple times actually, but you can make so many things with it. They give you a nice little recipe book, and for fried chicken, there's pizza, like bacon wrapped shrimp, like I don't know. I definitely have to make some of this stuff that's in this book in the air fryer. But it's really simple to use. You simply just push this button here and it basically turns on. It has like the temperatures and everything on top. So I'm doing poultry, and it says it takes 15 to 22 minutes, and it's going to be at 390. You can adjust all those things as well, but I'm just going to click the poultry button, and it has it at 20 minutes. So you can adjust the temperature there, so it's set at 390. And also the time, so you can go up or down, but I'm gonna keep it at 20 per se. So yeah, that's all that you do. I have it set up, and this is what the inside looks like. You can push this button here if you want to, like, this is I guess for frying stuff, but you can also, I've put bread like just in this part as well. But yeah, it has this little tray. What I like to do is take some parchment paper, because I don't like to clean up a lot. I like to keep it cleanly, so I take some parchment paper. I'm just gonna dump my chicken in here, okay? Okay. I'm gonna close the lever. Chicken's inside. We have all these things set, so I'm gonna click this little like start pause button, and the fan is gonna come on. So my chicken is cooking. So let's move on to our little roux, or whatever you want to call it, our thickening agent. I don't even know what you call it, y'all. I have no clue really what I'm making. I just know I have these ingredients. It's gonna be like a little casserole, okay? I'm adding in about 2 tablespoons of butter right now. So I'm just gonna drop this into this skillet. This recipe called for like xylem gum. I don't have any of that, so I'm just gonna use, like I said, I'm really not measuring. Using about this much of sour cream. We just want this to thicken. That's going. I'm gonna do 2 cups of chicken broth. My chicken has been cooking in the air fryer for about 6 minutes, and I'm just kind of stirring it and moving it around. Just so none of the pieces get stuck together or anything. I stopped it. Just pop it back in. Starts right back up. While I have this working over here, I'm gonna add in some spices. So I'm gonna do half a teaspoon of garlic powder. I'm gonna use some Himalayan salt. So half a teaspoon of that. And I'm just gonna do half a teaspoon of pepper. So I reduced the heat on this and I added a little bit more butter and a little bit of cream cheese. So I'm just gonna let that get a chance to thicken up. But in other news, our chicken that we cooked in the air fryer is done. I've actually sampled several pieces, guys. For air fryer chicken, it's done, and a lot of the pieces has really good coloring on them. So even some pieces without that much coloring is cooked all the way through, and I left it in there for the 20 minutes that it said. I'm just gonna put it back in the air fryer to keep it warm. I have some steamable broccoli, so I'm just gonna put this in the microwave for I think 7 minutes. Do not forget to preheat your oven to 375 degrees. So go ahead and do that before you start. This is my little roux. It's not okay, it's a little roux-y. I'm just gonna pour it in here. Mine's is not as thick as I would like it, but I tried, okay? So that was my broccoli that just went off. It's my chicken from, yeah. So that's my chicken in the bowl. And not as thick as I would have liked it, but the chicken, super tasty, y'all. Adding in my steamed broccoli. Don't want to add any of the water or anything. Whew. I'm just gonna stir this up. This is a half a cup of mayo. I'm not really a big mayo person, but this needs some stability. So I'm just gonna believe it or not, this is a pretty small pan. I just covered it with parchment paper, and I'm gonna pour everything inside. Looks very broccoli dense. I'm gonna use some cheddar, parmesan, and mozzie. I'll be back when my cheese is all grated. Okay, this is my half a cup of cheddar. Now I'm adding in some parmesan. Y'all just add whatever cheeses y'all like, or whatever ones that you feel go best. I'm gonna even throw a little bit of mozzarella on top because I have it. Okay, so there's mine. If y'all wanted to do some type of keto breadcrumbs, y'all definitely could have, but I didn't. So I'm gonna pop this in the oven again, which is set to 375. So I'm gonna let that bake for about 25 minutes, and I have some homework that I need to catch up on, so I'm gonna go ahead and start that. So 25 minutes in the oven, maybe 30, we'll check on it. It's done. This is what we're looking at first thing out of the oven. So I guess we should let it sit. Like, I really want to dig in right now, but I'm gonna let it sit for like 5 minutes and then come back. Okay, everyone, we're looking at my food. So I'm just gonna take my little knife and fork, slice up a little square. Just looking at the inside, I can see that it thickened up somewhat, but my roux, it was still a little runny, but the cheese melted nicely. So here's my little square. This is some of the contents from underneath. So Let me just taste it really quickly. The broccoli is really seasoned well. And honestly, y'all, I just remember I did not season my broccoli at all. I didn't even put any lemon pepper on it because I love put a lemon pepper, a little butter on my broccoli, and I didn't do that at all. Flavors from the chicken broth roux that I tried to make really took into the broccoli. So it has a couple notes of chicken Alfredo in there. Like, the broccoli is really good. It's not plain at all. I'm legit standing here eating all of this. Hold on. So let's recap with our little experiment that was super last minute. I really kind of made this up along with trying to follow a recipe. So my roux didn't work out well, and I didn't use quite all the same ingredients that they did, but it turned out really good. I still like it. You guys should definitely try it. Of course, you don't have to make it keto style. You can definitely make you a real roux with flour and butter and, you know, your chicken broth. So that'll be super easy for you guys. The chicken was really tasty. I cooked it in my air fryer. Also, with this meal, I could have cooked the entire, after putting everything together and putting the cheese on top, I could have definitely put that in my air fryer, but I just put it in a baking, but I decided to put it in the oven. But I could have definitely put that in my air fryer as well. I enjoy using my air fryer. It has come in handy a lot. I've cooked salmon in it. I've toasted some bread in there. I think I've cooked salmon. No, I've cooked chicken and salmon in it before and toasted some bread. So that was my second or third time making chicken in it. So I use it fairly often, but I just wanted to show you guys how easy it is cooking with that. Most of the meals that I do is solely for the air fryer, but again, I could have put my broccoli, chicken, cheese before I baked it. I could have put that in the air fryer. So I really enjoyed this meal. The broccoli turned out to be really seasoned. The chicken was seasoned really well. That was on me because, you know, lemon pepper tastes great on everything. The cheese browned nicely on top. I used 3 different types of cheeses. Parmesan and cheddar cheese that I grated. You know, I've been trying to do the natural cheese. I will say my mozzarella was the only processed cheese that I used. So I'll leave the original recipe down below, but I enjoyed making this dish. So try it yourself, you know, do what you do to make your food taste good and it should work out. But I really enjoyed this. This was definitely different than just having slices of air fried chicken breast and then just steamed broccoli. You know, mix it together, combine them, gave me a little something more, you know, a little something more filling, you know, because that's so boring. Like, I was like, I almost debated getting chicken salad chick again for like the umpteenth time. But I really enjoy this. If you guys have any recipe suggestions, then please leave them down below. I would love to know what should I make next. In this little keto series, I've made 2 things so far, so you will like to see more keto things, then let me know as well. But without further ado, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then go ahead and give it a big old thumbs up for your girl. Liked me and my content, then go ahead and click that subscribe button so you can be notified when I upload a new video, and also click that bell that's right next to the subscribe button so you can be notified when I post new videos. Go ahead and leave me a comment down below. I love hearing you guys' feedback. I'll see you guys in my next video.